Here's a list of the top 5 most expensive watches of all time. Now, to bother you a little bit, what's the most that you would pay for any watch? Would it make a difference for you if it was the only watch of its kind? The only one? Or if it broke the record in terms of how complicated it was to make? Let's just say some of these watches are owned by extremely famous people in the past, such as presidents or historical figures. We all know in today's day and age, the market is extremely hot, and the price often fluctuates. But here's a list of the top 5 most expensive watches of all time. Some Rolexes, some even Patek Philippe's. Now let's talk about how much you would have to pay to be put in the upper echelon of billionaire class. Number 1, Patek Philippe Grandmaster 6300A. In 2019, this watch sold out at auction for $31.19 million. Patek Philippe really decided to unveil the very first Grandmaster in 2014. Don't think that this was random, but it was a celebration for the 175th anniversary. It was a one and only, as the Grandmaster kind was the first ever crafted of a plastic cross stainless steel. And if you don't know what that means, let's just say lifetime guarantee times 100. It was one of the most complicated wristwatches ever made in history. If you don't understand, let's just say it like this. Patek Philippe has more than 20 complications. That makes the watch extremely sophisticated and extremely hard to make. It was auctioned for $31 million, and all proceedings went towards research of muscular dystrophy. Talk about giving back to society. Number 2, the Patek Philippe Henry Graves Super Complication. You might wonder why this watch has the name of an individual named Henry Graves Jr. on it, but Mr. Graves was a famous banker with a very peculiar watch collection. It is said that Henry Graves once went to a competition with another business tycoon named James Packard. They made a bet of who can own the most complicated watch in the world, known to have 10 complications such as a perpetual calendar, Westminster chimes, sunrise, sunset times, and a map of New York. It was purchased in 1997 and later sold to Sheikh Saud bin Mohammed Al Thani of the Qatari family for $11 million, and was later auctioned for $24 million in the year 2014. Number 3, the Rolex Paul Newman Daytona. Everyone remembers the famous actor Paul Newman and the Rolex Daytona watch he would always wear. He had a very successful racing career, and if you recall, this was one of the watches that really jump-started the popularity of Rolexes all throughout the world. This watch was given to him in 1968, and it had been kept secret with him and his family for almost 50 years. But in the year 2017, it sold for almost $17.75 million. It was listed the most expensive Rolex to ever go at auction. Number 4, the Patek Philippe stainless steel reference 1518. Can you believe it? As simple as this watch looks, in 2016, it was sold for a shocking $11.13 million. Isn't that mind-boggling? Because it looks like a very common watch. I'm sure you've seen it on multiple celebrities and even seen people in the street wearing it. I just can't seem to understand what's so special about this watch. And finally, we end up with number 5, another Patek Philippe. Prince Mohammed Tariq Al-Taisu, reference 1518. This watch was created in 1948 and auctioned in 2021 for $9.5 million. It was owned by Prince Mohammed Tawfiq. It was a custom piece and really a one-of-one, only created for a prince. It was sold in New York at a staggering price because it was created in pink and gold. It was found in the safety deposit box of an Egyptian prince, where it had been untouched for 70 years. Could you believe it? 70 years just in a safe shows you the rarity of this watch. I hope you like this video, and I hope it changes your mindset for watches and increases your appreciation of the so many watches of this world. Please comment below if you like this video